And good morning everyone, welcome to your Vinyasa flow practice. Today we are focusing around the hips, releasing physical and emotional tension, just allowing ourselves to move fluidly, to let go of anything that's holding us back. So I invite you to either grab a cushion, or if you do have a bolster, we're going to specifically use that potentially at the end of today's practice. If you don't have either, please do not worry. Let's begin our practice seated. Come into a nice comfortable position. Move the flesh away from your seat. Allow yourself to sit tall and your hands either coming into your lap or perhaps resting on your knees. Start to close your eyes or lower your gaze. And when you're ready, take a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through an open mouth. Inhale through the nose, feel the chest expand. And exhale, allow the breath to go. Last one here. Exhale, release. Let it empty from the body. And then start to tune in to the natural rhythm of your breath. Breathe in and out through the nose. Allow the space between your eyebrows to soften. Your cheeks relax. And any tension gently slip away from your jaw. Allowing yourself to arrive in the present moment, both physically, mentally, reminding yourself that this practice, this is for you only, to move your body, to shift your mind into a space of clarity, tranquility, and freedom. When you feel comfortable, start to lengthen your inhale, breathing in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. So continue with a nice long breath in and a long breath out. See if you can equalize between the two, making them even in length. And with your next inhale, I want you to mentally say to yourself, I am. And on your exhale, mentally saying to yourself, human and whole. So inhaling, I am. Exhaling, human and whole. Just continue that, saying this to yourself, repeating a few more times over. I am human and whole. Continue to lengthen through the spine on your exhales, drawing your belly button back into your spine. Whenever you're ready, return back to the natural rhythm of your breath. Start to open your eyes, nice and slowly here. And then gently take your hands behind you. Release your feet so they come just about the width of your mat. If you're side on with me at the moment, that's okay. And very slowly start to drop your right knee out to the side. Allow your left knee then to follow. Your left knee will lift as you open the hips, and your right knee will come in. And just slowly start to move side to side, allowing knee to come out and in. Breathing in and out through the nose. An option to use your Ujjayi breath, your ocean sounding breath. So very slight restriction to the back of the throat on the exhale. Let's take one more each side. Then very slowly place the soles of the feet together, but outstretch the knees so you come into a nice diamond shape here. And just gently with your hands on your knees, take that nice tall spine, breath in. And as you exhale, you slide the hands forward and you can reach the fingertips away from the mat. And very gently allow the head to bow. Allow it to relax. Again, nothing too forced here. Awakening the back of the neck. Any tension, breathing into it. The upper back, mid, perhaps lower, you're feeling it here. Nice long breaths in. Exhaling nose. Then when you're ready, very slowly unravel yourself up through your spine. From here, take your right hand down. Take your left heel back behind you. Just slide the right heel in so you're in your mermaid position. With your left arm, reach it up and over. Keep the chest open. And then slowly round through the back on a diagonal. Sweep the left hand back. Gently change. Your right heel now behind you, left hand down. Inhale, sweep the right arm over. And slowly begin to round through the back as you lead with that right hand. Reaching, unravel yourself. This time, start to bring yourself forward into your tabletop position. And spread your fingers nice and wide. From here, bring your wrists so that they come in to face each other. Fingertips out to the side. Then very slowly, we're going to shift our weight side to side. Breathing into that space. One more each side. And come back into the center. Now make sure your wrists are roughly in line with your shoulders. Might need to give them some movement. And same knees with your hips. Now from here, inhale, float your right toes out behind you. Activate through your glute. Now from here, as you inhale, lift and float the toes just 1 more centimeter or 1 more inch and tap over to that right corner of the mat. Lift it up and over and gently tap down the center of the mat. So inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Use your natural rhythm to the breath. Inhale and exhale. This time bring it all the way in to tap lower. Bring your hands back into a neutral position. Float the toes, this time bend into the knees. Externally rotate your hip and circle it out to the side. Now from here, land your right toes out. Shuffle the heel in so your toes start to point away from you. So I'm going to turn to you here. So your knee is open, your hips are open, your back toes are untucked. Slowly rise. Bring your hands into the heart, open into your lotus flowers. The fingers open, except the pinky thumbs connected. Inhale. Exhale, lean into the right hip. As you inhale, rise, gently squeeze into your glutes. As you exhale, sink down. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, come down. Wonderful, rise up. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Bring the fingers to close. Reach all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, spread your arms wide. Lower your hands to the mat and shuffle your right knee back in. From here, turn the palms back out. Lengthening your left toes. Reaching through the crown of the head. Inhale, float the toes an inch higher. And as you exhale, tap them over to the left. Inhale, come back through. Tap center to the mat. And exhale. Again, use your breath at a fluid pace. We're not trying to force anything in the body here. Inhaling, tapping, and exhale. Inhale, up and through. Gently bring the toes down. Release your hands to the mat. From here, float the toes, bend into your knee. Externally rotate your hips so that foot will come behind you first. Circling out to the side and then extending. So again, I'm going to turn towards you. Shuffle the heel in so that the toes and the knee points out to the side. With your back toes, making sure they're untucked. Bring the palms to touch. And then opening into your beautiful lotus flower. Sipping in that gorgeous energy. Inhale. As you exhale, lean into the left hip. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Rise and squeeze. Exhale into the hip. Create a little bit more space. Rise. One more time. Exhale. Come all the way up. Gently close your fingertips. Reach your arms wide. Palms touch. This time exhale through to the center. Bring the left knee back in. As you inhale, drop your belly, look forward, bring the tailbone out. And as you exhale, round chin to the chest and the belly button to spine. Inhale, forward, press the ground away from you. And as you exhale, hug in round through the shoulders. Let's take two more here. Inhale and exhaling. Long through the tailbone. Last time to draw in. And slowly come back to center. Take your hands one length further. Tuck your toes. Exhale into your downward facing dog. And you can start to pedal the heels here. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Think about those heels pressing down. Your seat lifting up to the sky. We're not going to move straight into your ideal downward facing dog, so be patient here. And then when you're ready, come into stillness. Your knees can be bent. Allow those hips to come up. Float your right leg to the ceiling. As you bend into your knee, externally rotate your hip open. So you're lifting up, pressing into both hands. Option to circle the ankle. Change its direction. Take the right leg up to the sky as you exhale. Ripple forward, step your right foot towards your right thumb. From here, gently start to rock back and forwards. And as you find stillness, keep the left hand down. Inhale, reach the right hand to the sky. Slowly release, take the right hand to the mat. Step yourself to plank. Lower your knees and your chest to the mat. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, send the hips back and up to downward facing dog. Float the left toes. Inhale. Bend the knee, externally rotate your hip open. Press into those hands. Option to circle the ankle. And change its direction. Float the left leg back up. Exhale, ripple forward. Plant your left foot towards your left thumb. From here, stay lifted. And gently move back and forth. Breathing throughout any tension. See if you can slowly begin to release. And as you find stillness, take the right hand down, reach and float the left arm to the ceiling. Bring the left hand down. Step the left toes back, plank position, knees lower to the mat. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Float your right leg up to the sky, reach through the fingertips. And as you exhale, ripple forward. This time, bring your right foot outside the pinky finger. You may need to adjust the hand. Lower your left knee down. Option to slide the knee slightly back. Your left hand staying down. Your right hand is going to come to the inside of your right knee. As you exhale, tilt onto the knife edge of the foot, opening up the hip. And then you can slowly draw that right knee back in. Again, exhale. And inhale. Exhale to open, this time pausing here. Option to stay where you are, or you can reach the right hand back, catching the left foot. That's just an option. Allowing left hip to soften. Connecting breaths. Last two. Last one, gently release. Bring your foot flat, bring your right hand down to the mat. As you tuck the back left toes, take your right leg all the way up to three-legged dog as you bend the knee. Externally rotate the hip open, circling into the ankle. Remember, keep your weight even here and change the direction of the circle. Take the right leg back up. Exhale, ripple forward. Really round through the back. Draw the right knee under. Place the shin through so that your heel is out. You're not sat on the heel. Lift up through the chest. Take a breath. As you exhale, melt the chest forward. You take the forearms, the forehead, or even reach the arms out. As you take 8 counts of breath here. Last one. Very slowly lift the chest up. Bring the hands either side of you. From here, tuck your back toes to lift and hover and place your knee just outside the mat. So your left knee will come down, step the foot, circle into the hip. Take 3 big circles. It doesn't matter which way you went. And then circling it back in. Find stillness. Internally rotate so that your left seat will come down, so your left hand will meet the mat. You might need to shuffle this right heel so your right knee is bent up and over. Extend your left leg, flex into your toes, your right hand reaches, and inhale, rise. The side plank variation. Exhale to lower, and inhale, lift. Exhaling. Inhale, rise. This time pause at the top and then take the right hand down. Step yourself into plank position. Option to lower through the knees. So this time move through your chaturanga, lowering halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press the chest towards the thighs. Float the left leg, inhale. As you exhale, ripple forward. Bring your left foot to step outside the pinky finger. Lower the knee down. You might like to slide it back. With your left hand, bring it to the inside of your left knee. Exhale, tilt open to the knife edge of the foot. Allow the hip to come down. And inhale, bring it back in. Exhale. Inhale. Foot comes flat. And as you exhale this time, pause. Option for the left hand to reach around, grab the right foot. Long breath. And slowly release here. Bring that left foot back. From here, place the left hand down, tuck the back toes. Send the left leg to three-legged dog as you bend into the knee. Externally rotate your hip open. Again, option to circle the ankle. Take it the other direction. Bring the left leg to the sky as you exhale, ripple forward. Round the back, bring the left shin through. Allow yourself to lengthen through the right leg. Inhale, lift through the chest. And as you exhale, lower. Take the forearms or the forehead. Or reach the fingers out. 8 counts of breath. Last 2. Last 1. Slowly bring your hands either side of your rib cage as you tuck the toes. Allow the knees to come down. You'll step the left foot just outside the mat. Take your 3 big circles. Move into the hip. And change the direction. From here, internal rotation of the hips. So your right glute will come down. Your right hand will come under the shoulder. You might need to adjust this left toe as it comes up and over. Flex into the right foot. Inhale, left arm reaches, hips away from the mat. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale. And exhaling. Inhale, reach. Pause here at the top. And then whenever you're ready, take the left hand down. Step yourself into plank position. Option to move through your Vinyasa flow or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling. And we will all meet in our downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide. As you exhale, hips to the sky, chest to the thighs. Look up towards your belly button. Inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, ripple forward, step the right foot between the hands. Drop your left heel down. As you rise, windmill the arms for warrior 2. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. We're going to turn around here. Imagine you've got a magnetic force that's pulling those inner thighs, working them together, opening up. Flip your front palm. Bring the left hand to the small of your back. Exhale, exalted warrior. As you rise, lengthen your right leg, back of the hand comes to the knee, the shin or lower as you reach the left hand to the sky. Keep your gaze to follow. Make sure you can see that left hand. From here, lower your gaze down to your toes. Now, option to bend into the knee. Bring the left hand down, fingertips to the mat. Reach and float the right hand, revolve triangle. Release the hand down, bend into your right knee, step your left toes in for 1. Shuffle the right hand just outside of your toes. As you lean the weight forward, start to float your left leg, flexing into your foot. Now, starting to think about stacking your left hip on top of the right. Now you can keep the fingers down. If you do have a block, you can take the hand there, or left hand coming to the sky. If you want another challenge, you can always take your gaze out to the side. Keep breathing. Holding here for 3, for 2, and for 1. As you bend into that front knee, step the left heel back, exalted warrior. As you rise, come back into warrior 2. Exhale, sink down. Now flip both your palms, and as you rise, lengthen back into your right foot. Bring the palms to touch. Now pivot your heels. They're going to come over to the left, start to sink down. Now, option, take your hands down, stay in a lower lunge. You can sink yourself into Skandasana, maybe keep the hands at the heart center. The choice is yours. Doesn't matter if this heel is down or it's lifted. Keep breathing. Take 2 more breaths. And as you rise, you can either use your hands or slowly shift yourself to the top right foot. Step yourself back into plank position. Vinyasa flow, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Float your left toes to the sky. Reach through those toes, lengthening. As you exhale, round through the back, ripple forward, and step the left toes through, lower the right heel, windmill the arms. Warrior 2. Exhale, sink down. Take a check-in with your heels, making sure they're aligned. Activate through that lower body. Feel strong in your warrior. Flip your front palm. Right hand to the small of the back, left hand to sky, exalted warrior. As you rise, lengthen your left leg. Bring the hand down towards the knee, the shin, the ankle. Reach that right hand to the sky. Keep opening your chest. Start to turn your gaze to the left toes. Now, option to bend into the left knee. And then left hand comes all the way up, reaching, revolve triangle. And slowly release. As you do, bend into that front knee. Step your right toes in to shorten your stance. Bring the left fingertips slightly in front of the left foot. As you start to come light on the toes, float the right leg to stack crescent moon. Reaching, right hand to sky. Option to challenge yourself with the gaze. That's, again, just optional. Be kind to yourself here. Holding for 3, 2, and for 1. Release the back foot long. Keep the toes at 60 degrees. Rise, exalted warrior. Warrior 2, reach through those arms. Now from here, as you lift the heels, you're going to pivot over to the right side, right toes come out, exhale, sink down into your Skandasana. Remember, you can bring the fingers down or you can keep the hands at the heart center. Just stabilize yourself in a way that feels comfortable. It's very hard to look at the screen and do this. Well done, everyone. Keep breathing. Remind yourself you may feel different this side, so it's okay. You can either take the hands down or press into the back foot. Bring yourself to the top of the mat. Step back into plank. From here, exhale, hips go back, downward, facing dog. Float the right toes up. Bend into the knee, externally rotate the hip. Now option to come to the earlier pose where we circled the ankle, or if you'd like to come into wild thing, allow that right foot to step back, reach hips to the sky, fingers come back. And slowly bring it back. Three-legged dog, reach through the toes, exhale, ripple forward, step the right foot through, drop the left heel, rise. Warrior two. Sink down in your warrior. Two options. As you bring the hands behind you, you can take a hand at the wrist or interlace as we open up the shoulders. Make sure the knee is staying over the ankle as you exhale. Bow, humble warrior. Chest comes to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale just halfway. Lift the head. As you exhale, bow to fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, bow to fold. As you rise, lift all the way up. Send the right leg long, left hand to the small of the back. Jonah Buck. Slowly rise, reach through that right hand. Lift up the right toes, coming onto the side of your mat. From here, inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, palms touch, bow to fold. All the way forward, take the hands down beneath you. Look through the legs, but start to trickle your fingertips forward so they come out in front of you, long through the spine. And slowly walk the hands back through, this time turning the fingertips away from you, reaching as far as you can. Keep that gaze through the legs. And slowly trickle the fingers back through. Guide yourself back to the right foot. Three-legged dog. And slowly release the right foot down. Readjust yourself if you need to. From here, float the left leg up. Inhale, bend the knee, externally rotate the hip open. Option to stay where you are, or as you release the left foot down, come to wild thing. Bring the left hand down. Three-legged dog. Ripple forward, step the foot through, drop the back right heel, windmill the arms. Warrior two, sink down. Think about that magnetic force. Start to bring the hands behind you, either hand to wrist or interlace. Open the heart, so draw the shoulders back and down. As you exhale, fold the heart inside of that left thigh. Reach and float the hands. Inhale halfway. Lifting the chest as you exhale, fold to relax the head. Inhale. Exhaling. As you inhale, rise, come all the way up. As you lengthen the left leg, Right hand to the small of the back, left hand reaches for Joan of Arc. And slowly rise. Now from here, soften the knees, step your right toes in. We're going to again pivot out to the side. So heels will come in. You've got a shorter stance now. So lift up tall through the chest, draw the tailbone down, hands to heart. Exhale, sink into your goddess. Wonderful. Keep breathing here. Sink it a little bit lower. Release your hands to your knees. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, you're going to rotate over to the right side. Drop that left shoulder down. And as you press into the knees, come through the center. And exhale, rotate to the other side. Right shoulder drops. Inhale. One more each side. Exhaling. Inhale to center. Exhale. And slowly come up, reach, rise, squeeze into your glutes, bring the palms to touch. Now very slowly reach your arms back down, pivot your left toes to the top and step yourself in to the top of the mat. Make sure your feet are underneath your hips, your hands coming to mountain. Inhale, big exhale. Start to close your eyes or lower your gaze. Take your hand, your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Feeling the breath, connecting to yourself, checking in. And slowly you start to open your eyes, release your hands down. Now, so hopefully your feet are in your hip distance. I'm going to come to the top. When you're ready, start to shift your weight over to the left leg. So nice micro bend in the knee. From here, bring your hands to the heart. As you externally rotate your right hip, your knee will come out to the side and the sole of the foot will come into your ankle. Now you can stay here or you can guide it up the leg a little bit higher, assisting yourself. And once you find that comfortable spot, you found your gaze, maybe you like to find some branches. Be creative. Keep breathing. Slowly start to bring your hands into the heart center. If you can, keep your toes lifted on the right side as you bring the knee in front of you. As you scoop the toes back, reach your right hand to catch. And left arm comes up to the sky. Options stay here, or as you exhale, you're going to lean forward into your dancer. Perhaps kicking into the right hand, lifting, lifting. And slowly release, set the foot down. Give yourself a wiggle, pedal through the feet, release any tension here. And then when you're ready, let's come to the other side. So shift your weight this time to the right leg. Bring your palms to touch as you externally rotate that hip open. So you want to make sure you're finding space as you connect. And again, you can opt to float a little bit higher. Maybe assist yourself in bringing the toes in, perhaps finding some different branches this time, whatever you're feeling here. Continue to breathe, gazing through your drishti. hands back into the heart if they are not there already. And slowly bringing your left knee out in front of you. Then heel comes behind, see if you can catch. Reach, extend right hand to the sky. Option, stay here. Or start to tilt the body forward, come into your dancer. Kick into that left foot. Well done, everyone. Keep focus. Think about the breath. And then very slowly release that foot down, and from here again give the feet a pedal. Maybe float just side to side. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. Then when you're ready, come in to stillness. Set the toes to come out wide, the heels to touch. Take a full breath. Hands come back to the heart. As you exhale, sink down into your Vinyasa. You might need to adjust the heels, so if you do that, make sure you do it first before you sink down. Allow the elbows to connect either side. As you exhale, press open the thighs and lift through the chest. If you like to, take a rock side to side. Another option is to close your eyes here, feeling in your body. And slowly open your eyes. Set your hands down in front of you. From here, allow the knees to come down, your toes to touch. Sink yourself to your heels and reach your fingers all the way along. Head to the mat. Soften the body. Take 3 more full breaths here. Very slowly start to rise. Walk your hands gently in towards you. Now as you lift up your seat, bring your toes over to the right side that you can sit yourself back down. Now you've landed with the left heel behind you, and extend your right leg out in front of you. Now make sure you do have some room behind you here. If this doesn't feel good for your left knee, you can bring the foot in just to rest the inside of the right thigh. That's your option there. So make sure you feel comfortable. Both of your sit bones are grounded to the mat. Take a nice tall spine with your fingers reaching out in front of you. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to trickle yourself forward. Find your edge. Relax the head, or if you like, you can opt to grab the foot here. Draw your navel to spine. Three more breaths here. slowly start to trickle the hands back towards you. Come through the spine, bring the head up last. Now bring that bend back to the right knee, so your shin will come across the short edge of the mat. Take the hands behind you. I will give you another option as well here. Take the hands behind you. You can stay here. You can start to lower to your forearms. So you've got this nice open space. Arriving now, make sure your knees are staying on the mat. They're lifted. Then you need to come back to that previous point in the pose, or you can come all the way down. Now, if this doesn't feel good for your knee, then you can come back into the diamond shape and allow yourself to rest here. When you're ready, very slowly lift yourself out. Release, this time your left leg long, your right heel either coming behind you or internally rotate, so bring the foot inwards. Make sure both your sit bones are down on the mat, lift through your tall spine. And as you exhale, start to trickle forward. Take your time as you guide the chest. Allow the forehead to relax. Maybe you'd like to grab a hold of the foot. Maybe close the eyes. Relax the jaw here. Take 3 more breaths. And slowly, slowly start to walk the hands in towards you, your head up last, bend into the left knee this time, so your shin will come back to the short edge. Remember, you can come to your reclined butterfly or reclined supine and take your hands behind you if you are with your legs the same as myself. And maybe you come to the forearms. Maybe you come to relax, and remember, keep the knees connected with the mat here. Nice full breaths. Take 2 more. And then very slowly, no rush, start to lift yourself out of your pose and just gently cross the legs here. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, reach your arms forward, gently cross over, reaching for your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, round your back, bring the chin into the chest, and just giving yourself that hug. Close the eyes. We take 5 breaths. Head heavy. And then slowly start to lift up. Reach and release your arms. Take a big wide circle. Come all the way behind you now. We're going to journey onto our back. So feel free to bring your cushion or your bolster, perhaps just a little bit more convenient. I realise I'm going to close myself off it. So when you're ready, come down to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest as you arrive. Wrap your arms around your shins and just gently start to rock side to side. Release your grip. Send the soles of the feet to the sky, reaching for either your calves, ankles, or outside the feet. Happy baby. Again, take a rock. If it feels comfortable, breathe into the hips. As you come into stillness, release your grip from your lower body, and as you take the hands down, take the right leg over the left. Shift your hips to the left side and allow your knees to fall to the right. If you need to stack instead, allow yourself to do so. Bring your arms into cactus. Make sure your shoulders are connected to the mat, with the option of bringing your head to the left shoulder. Take care in bringing your head back to the center. Gently release your arms back to your sides as you unravel your legs. Bring yourself into the center, and you can just gently move your knees from side to side here. Reset. And when you're ready, float the legs back up. This time, taking the left on top of the right. Move your hips to the right and your knees to the left. So just allow yourself here to then reach your elbows out to your shoulders and maybe your head coming to the right side. Take 2 more breaths here. And slowly bring your head back to the center. Unravel yourself, bringing your arms back, hips into neutral. Maybe move the knees side to side to reset your spine. So to float the knees in towards you, take your hands to the tops of the knees, moving, circling in opposite directions. And keep the chin looking towards the top of the mat, so you're not lifting through the chin, just nice and neutral here. Change the direction of the circle. And when you're ready, take your feet down, option to grab something warm to pop over you, and then grabbing either your cushion or your bolster, and I want you to slide it just gently underneath the backs of your legs. So it doesn't matter if you're slightly lifted, you're a little bit higher. And I want your soles of the feet to connect and your knees allowing to come wide. And resting your hands down by your sides, closing your eyes when you're ready. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Big long exhale through the mouth. Inhale, really fill up, feel that breath rise to the throat and take the loudest sigh you've done all day, letting go. And just journey into that safe space, comfortable breath. Toes completely relaxed, your legs soft, as you relax the lower body on your cushion or your bolster. Hips resting, lightly curling your fingertips as you relax. Soft through your abdomen. Shoulders relaxed. Throat relaxed. Any lasting tension in your face, allow it to let go. Very slowly and mindfully, if you feel ready, start to draw awareness back to your physical body. If you wish to remain in your Shavasana, stay there. Otherwise, starting to wiggle into your fingers, wiggle your toes. Perhaps start to circle your wrists and your ankles. And then whenever you're ready, just gently move your cushion or your bolster away from you and take a nice big reach. Point through the toes, through the fingertips. Gently roll to your right side. Come to the fetal position, allow your right ear to rest on the right arm. Breathing in and out through the nose. I am human and whole. I am human and whole. Very slowly start to press into your left hand. Keep your eyes closed as you bring yourself to a final tall seat. Bring your hands into the heart center in prayer. Remembering that in times of uncertainty, you can come back to the breath and repeat that mantra. I am human and whole. Thank you very much for joining me in today's practice. I wish you all a wonderful rest of the day. Be receptive to your infinite grace. Om Namaste.